Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wild Things Found Online. I am Vokal the Slug Cat, and we are back again, chilling with Big Toph. You already know the drill. So let's see what Tophiachu is up to today. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Highly appreciate it. And let's jump into this.
Wait, hey, it's
Hey,
really
what's
windy
up?
out here. There's a car keep going. Is that somebody stopped? There we go. Jesus Christ. I was waiting all this time for this thing, and now it's there. Thank the Lord. I don't know what's going on with the data here. It's just well because I don't need dots and tears just flowing everywhere. Oreo mini is the same Oreos I had from
What?
last time.
Not 10 minutes of eating Oreos. Shout out to Tophia Archive. It's silly.
Feels like a sprinkle in. Is my voice deep? I don't know. It's getting dark, and now you're not going to be able to see me.
Yeah.
It's not low income, it's
Oh my
getting dark.
god, the music, bro. Holy
If I
shit.
could turn light. What's behind me? Nope, nothing. Excuse me.
You're
You know what?
excused,
Karma's
I
gonna get
guess.
you, and in the form of negative energy, because no one said I could buy a house whenever I wanted. When did I say that? I never had money to buy a house, and actually, if I would have saved my money, I could have put a down payment on a house, but it went to bills. What's so funny?
Well, no, hold on. We're gonna break that all down. I'm pretty sure you've said at some point that you could easily get your own place or buy a house. Like, I'm almost positive I've seen a clip of you saying some crazy shit like that. And then B, no, bro, even if you didn't have bills, you don't make enough money to pay for a house or to even upkeep a house. Even if you somehow manage to get in, you could barely you're struggling with $250 of bills right now. Like, you could barely keep up with the light bill, gang. Come on.
Funny is talking crap about someone while being a nobody with zero following and having to hide behind a fake profile. If you stood
Okay, Tophia, see, this is why your ego is inflated, because it doesn't matter how many followers you are if you're still just a bum. You're still just a homeless person, bro. Like, with your 400,000 followers, I'd rather be Joe Blow with 3 followers than have 400,000 and be on the verge of living on the street. Okay.
behind your words, you wouldn't be having to hide behind a fake profile. What's funny is making fun of someone not being able
Sure.
to buy a house when there's people that aren't able to buy a house. Do you know how many people are homeless and literally have no place to live? Let's talk about the Spicy King for a second. You remember the Spicy King, the guy that tried all the spicy stuff? I think he was the one that was eating a bunch of spicy stuff and ate the world's hottest gummy bears and stuff like that. He's homeless with no friends. And he was once a large creator that was making all this money, and now he's homeless. I don't know what you get. I don't
And this is the career path that you want to stay on with examples like that. Okay, Tophia, if you say so.
have to have a house to be happy. That's one thing. And your mindset is backwards. If you think that you have to have money and you have to have a house, you have to be successful to have value. If you don't have a 9 to 5 job, if you don't have a house, if you don't have a place to live, you don't have value. That is weird to me. You can have all that stuff and you still don't have no value.
I mean, I do agree with that to some degree, but the thing is like, you're not a productive person in any capacity from a society standpoint, and you're also not a good person either. So like, you truly have like no value. Whereas a person that has a 9 to 5, da 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 da, they could just be a shitty person. You know what I'm saying? But you're both. You're a shitty person and you don't contribute anything to the world. So yeah.
don't see any value in you. And if I was your friend, I would stay away from you because that's the worst type of person to be around, to have that mindset. How would I ever be
Oh, you mean like how basically every friend that you have ends up leaving you alone? Kind of like that?
successful or get anywhere having a friend with that type of mindset? That's weird to me.
Sure. Okay.
That is disgusting behavior.
Cope.
Stay far away from me. I would not want to have your type of mindset. Just go away. First of all, saying, remember when you used to say you had a house? What type of a friend are you? That is wrong energy. And anyone sitting here saying, oh, I'm this Christian, that, Christians don't strive to seek for money. What's funny is that Shoutout right now is literally getting canceled for being all about money and saying that these contests that they have for these cosplay contests they're not, what did she say? It's not really cosplayers. Let's be for real. It was in your face the whole time. These people are Anybody that does cosplay, some of them do it for the love of the art, but content creators
Yeah.
in general are all about money. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Like, you're over here
Well, yeah. If you get to the point where you're monetized, I feel like a big part, like I feel like most people didn't jump into content creation just for the love of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people want to make money off the content that they're putting their time and effort into, Tophia. And you're no different. So it's like I don't understand what point you're trying to make right now because you don't make content for the love of the game. Because what is the content? Nothing. You chose the you chose the path that took the least amount of effort, the most minimalistic effort you could possibly put in, which is just live streaming, sitting in your room, and just talking shit. So, like, no, I don't want to hear this from you. Move on.
shocked that she's all about money and all of this, being all about money and making all this money. To be truthfully 100% honest with you,
Sound jealous.
every content creator is like that. It's no surprise. They're not in it about caring about others and how do I say it? Well, not caring about others, but you're not about themselves. A lot of them are because it's money. When they're making all of this money, it gets to their head and then they want to make more money. And they stop caring less about people when it comes to the money aspect. I could have already told you
Well, damn, Tophia, you already don't care about people, and you never even got to that point. What the hell?
she was about the money low. It's not even surprising. Not everyone wants to drop her because of what she said, saying, all you ever care about is the money. That's all any content creator ever cares about. That's why
No,
people
that's
create
not
content.
true.
They don't really create it because they love it. And some of them have to step back and be like, I was doing too much. I was chasing the money and not chasing what I really love.
That's not true, Tophia, because there are people out there that just enjoy and love making content, whether that be, I've seen like travel vlogs. People are just like, their content is essentially like a video diary that they just happen to share online. Um, some people do like sculpting and painting. Like a lot of these people are just doing a hobby that they're already passionate about, and then they just make a channel or post it on social media, and it ends up turning into another income source. Hey, congrats to them. Your thing is you're not passionate about anything. You're not passionate about making content, or else you would have found a way to keep making content even in your current situation. Because like, bro, look at the Resilient Jenkins, Fullestness, and I don't like either one of them. Both terrible people and terrible channels, but they have taken their homelessness or their struggles financially and turned it into content where they are making additional money. Tophia, you just complain. That's it.
say, I wasn't doing what I really love, so I need to take a step back and reevaluate and figure out what I really love doing. No, it was because you were chasing the money. That's what it is. And everyone wants money. Money runs the world. And if people say they're not striving to become rich, then you be lying. Look at all the people bum rushing and running to go buy a Powerball lottery ticket when it hits $1 billion because they're hoping they could be that next billionaire off of a lottery ticket, off of a.
Well, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the lottery myself. That's more my mom's thing, which I do not like. But, she only buys one ticket. But yeah, I mean, you're right in the sense that, yeah, the world does revolve around money, sadly. We don't live in this idealistic paradise where we're all just bartering and trading sacks of rice and grain and meat. Tophia, I feel like most people, if they had the choice, like, yeah, I think most people would choose to be wealthy. Just for more so for the freedom. I don't really think it's about money itself. I feel like it's the freedom that having money grants you to just do what you want when you want without, having to worry about other shit. That's just my 2 cents.
Hope and a dream that's never going to happen because it's very hard. Chances are very slim to make money off of the lottery. Everyone's about money, and if you say you're not, then you lie. Well, there is one person that I know wasn't really lying when they said, but I'm just saying most of the time people are money. They want to be rich. You wish you was in Jeff Bezos' shoes. You wish you was in Bill Gates'
Nah,
shoes.
that's a little
You wish
too
you was in
much.
these people's shoes, rich with all this money. If you had all this money, you wouldn't know what to do except be lonely because the loneliest people in the world are people that don't have money. And actually, someone told me this. A rich.
How do you know that, Tophia? You've never even been on the upside of it being like stable. So how do you know? Again, this is just something that someone said one time and it felt good in your soul because you're jealous of people that have it better off than you. But those people are also more productive and they actually do things that grant them access to those sums of money, let's say.
Richest people in the world are the poorest people, because all the rich people, that's not real money, that's debt money. So they're not even rich. That's not real
Yeah.
money. America is not printing real money. Money is not real. Money does not exist. I've said this before. We're $1 trillion in debt. So how are we?
Okay, so I mean, there's a few things wrong with this. Like, yes, see, Tophia, like a lot of the time you're like half right or like a quarter right. And it's really annoying because it's like there's certain things you say I agree with, because I feel like it's common knowledge. Like, yes, the US, we, print out trillions of dollars. Paper money is essentially, it's all fake. It's all just backed by digital ones and zeros at this point. But I mean, to say there's no such thing as money, well, that's a lie, because commodities, that's kind of the basis for what most countries base their value off of, currency wise. Just gold and silver. Like these are easy, practical examples anyone can understand. Look at me, bro. I'm getting all fucking educational today. What is going on here?
Are we $1 trillion in debt? But yet all these people are rich. Make that make sense. Trump is screwing everything up. And if someone comes to us and says, "Where's our money?" Mind you, it's not going to look good for America. We don't got the money to pay people back. So do you got $1 trillion? Because I don't got $1 trillion. Not
Tophia, you don't even have the $1,000 to pay off your damn phone bill. Shut up.
even the richest people in the world have any money to pay that back. Look at the debt clock. Go look it up and see how much the debt is going up. And it's going up even more with Trump in office. Thank you. Thank you to all the people who voted for him. We really love you. I'm just speaking reality of what it is. Like, it's shallow.
You don't know the
it's
reality, but
self-serving.
okay.
It's like, I say it, you only think of yourself. And it's so crazy to think like someone has no value because they don't have a place to live. I have great people in my life. I don't need a place to live. Care less about that. Like, I am trying to get a place so I can get my mom out of the
Tophia, look, bro. This is the same shit you were saying before the whole sad girl saga or arc happened, with Stud Chew / Ankle Chew, Crush Chew, whoever. Okay, you were saying the same things, where I feel like you're about to tee yourself up for some more disappointment, because when all that stuff happened with Crush Chew, then you was on the live stream crying for a week, talking about I don't have anybody, no one cares. Like, bro, just hush, stop it.
shelter. That, of course, is important, but who cares about having a house or buying a house? It's not about buying houses
What?
and having expensive cars. All these rappers buy all of these $1 million cars, these expensive watches, flashy jewelry.
Yeah,
And where
they're
does
dumb.
that get you? You can't take that with you when you die. You can't bury that, right? Why does it take one white man to help people get off the streets? That's what I understand. When a white person does something like they videos right and they help people and they raise hundreds of thousands of dollars for people, why can't the people themselves do that? And people come together and help people. No, it has to take someone that is not a person of color for you guys.
Well, I mean, so like, I don't understand what the point is. That says more about my people as a collective that are not doing things like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, if you couldn't tell, I'm a person of color. But yeah, I feel like that says more about our culture and how we are not willing to help other people elevate themselves. So it's like, you can't be mad at a white guy that's doing that for random people. Like, this is like a crab in the bucket mentality. This is very stupid, what you're saying right now, Tophia.
To want to do something, which is really weird. Nobody should have to fake and try to find someone being kind to help them. About to be evicted. Thank you for spreading this kindness. Like, I love those videos a lot, but in a sense, that could not have to fake being kind.
Tophia, hush. The only reason that you're even saying any of this is because it hasn't happened to you. Because when you're down on hard times, no one is throwing money in your face to uplift you out of the situation you're in. But I feel like you always seem to forget, like, people did throw money in your face. The initial GoFundMe after your brother passed away, like, yo, bruh, over $7,000 of support. Now, y'all not being able to claim it, that ain't got shit to do with us, okay? Because like you said, you didn't say GoFundMe said anything about harassment or it being a scam. No. They couldn't get a hold of Ryan. And of course, I still wonder why Ryan just suddenly disappeared if he really wanted to help you and your mom after his friend passed away. But that's we'll save that for another time. So it's like, Nah, bro. What are you talking about?
just to help someone. It doesn't make sense why people can't come together and help somebody. There's so many videos I've seen of people asking for help for their chemo and cancer treatments, and no one comes together for that, right? It's so weird
Yeah,
how
they
you
do.
guys can't help push content like that and help people you need a place to live, but you want to sit here and talk trash about people and say they don't deserve safety at all, which is crazy. Like you all for mental health.
Who is out here just saying people don't deserve safety? I don't think anyone is saying that. Like, Tophia, you're safe. You're in a shelter. If you know what I'm saying, like, if anything, like if you were on the streets, then yeah, maybe you could say that. But it's like, bro, there's programs and shelters in place for people like yourself in these situations. Now, if you're not working the program or taking an entire year to even get your application in for housing, whose fault is that? That is on you, bro.
Health, when it stops at someone you don't like, it's okay for their mental health to be messed with, right? Their safety to be not put it's safe. It's crazy, crazy the amount of threats I have to receive. And then I had to like, oh, with dignity and hold my head up and not say anything rude, because if I say something, then that pisses someone off to continue to keep going. Like
Well, yeah, you're the one with the platform, so you do need to mind what you say. Duh.
I have to walk with respect, and I have to continue to be strong. Everything I went through, I could have, like these people out here and doing, started drinking, because I have felt like that sometimes where I'm like, oh, let me just go get one bottle. Let me just drink my life away. And I
And
have the
do it.
strength and
Do
the
it.
strength to be like, no, you really need to go down that path. You don't need to choose that, because
I ain't gonna lie. I would love to see like the drunk chew arc. Oh man. Like if she had like a world of t-shirts arc for like a year, bruh, that would be crazy.
that'll ruin your life and your family's life. Like you don't need to, end on the road that some of these people end up on, and then it's hard for them to whatever addiction it is. Like, thought I sometimes like, to just hurt myself. Not like that, alarming like that. I mean, I never do substances, but it would probably be drinking. And I'm like, no, do you really need it? Like, like my therapist told me, you could have easily not be here right now because of everything you went through, and you're still here and you're still strong and you went through all of this stuff. And
Yeah,
he is right.
I
I
guess.
can't live in negativity and listen to people. If I listen to you, I do not want people like you around me. And I'm pretty sure rich people would not want people like you around them.
Okay, so full stop. I don't believe you have a therapist. Like I've been saying counseling or she has a counselor for a couple videos now, and like the more she brings this, because like what therapist wouldn't tell her to just get off the internet or at the very least take a break for a few months? Like, bro, there's no way that she's in actual therapy. I just don't believe it.
That is 100%. And here someone is in the comment section saying karma. Someone being homeless is
It
not
is.
karma. Someone being homeless is literally because of the systems built in place, the government. And it's not.
No, I mean maybe for some people, but in your circumstances, no, it's just laziness. That's all it is. It's literally just pure laziness. You can try to blame it on the systems that be and the cost of living, which yeah, I mean cost of living is ridiculous. I absolutely agree. But you're not actively grinding and even trying to stay afloat. Like you're comfortable making like $200-300 a month on social media because you just refuse to go work. Oh, I don't want to work. Well, yeah, Tophia, no one really wants to work, but like you say you want to take care of your mom, how are you going to do that with $300 a month? And if you ever get into housing, you got to pay your little 50, $100, whatever, light bill, food. Do you expect to do that with the minimal amount of money that you're making? No. So, bro, just shut up.
It's not funny to say that someone being homeless is karma, considering the fact
I mean,
that,
it kind of is
what was I
though.
going to say? There are children in the street right now. There were little kids that froze to death because the mother and father didn't care being homeless. I don't consider that karma. There's people I know right now.
And Tophia, if you had kids, you would be one of those people because you don't care. So, like, what are you saying right now? You do not care that you're homeless. If you cared about being homeless, you would be grinding your ass off, bro. There's no way that you would just sit around for an entire year and like the only thing that you've done to try to make more money was open a cameo, which flopped. You had a little traction for like a week or two and it flopped. What are you doing? Get your ass up and go get a job.
that are really struggling and really going through it, and that's not karma either. And I don't understand why, because you don't like someone, you're saying that's karma. I would never do that to someone, but hey,
I'll
it's
do
so
it.
crazy. I don't need that energy in my life. Someone like that around me. I don't need someone like that in my. Yeah, it's windy. Like I'm just literally going to focus on getting a place, enjoying my summer, swimming.
Tophia, signing a housing application and then waiting for potentially years, bro. Someone literally told me that the wait list in their area is like 7 to 10 years, Tophia. So like, bruh, you're doing the bare minimum as always. So, but sure, keep deluding yourself and thinking that you're working on getting housing. Okay,
A lot. I love swimming. I say that all the time. I
we do
can't
not
swim,
care.
but I love being in a pool and swimming during the summer. I'm hanging out alone at night at the park. Well, what else do I have? Guys, I cannot live my life in fear. Me and my mom will have a place soon. I just know it. And then we can go out and do things. Thank you for the
Sure.
roses. You guys, who cares about the gifts? Like saying, oh, that's the first gift forever. Well, I really don't care. Lazy when I was paying the rent, nor am I lazy when I'm going to therapy. I'm doing exactly what everyone said to do, and they're still harassing me.
You still ain't going to get a job. You still not getting off the internet. So no, you're not doing the things that people told you should do. You're selectively cherry picking the things that you want to do. And again, like you say you paid the rent and look where that got y'all. Kicked out because you didn't pay the rent. What the fuck, bro?
Why don't you just learn to STFU? No one asked for your unsolicited
Oh,
opinion
here we go with
from
this
a
shit.
fake account. That is so weird to me. Considering the fact that I was paying rent and then people called the place to harass them and get me kicked out of that place even though I was paying rent. It doesn't make
But that's not why you got kicked out. But go on.
sense. Because I'm not going to work at McDonald's because you have to work at McDonald's. It's not my fault that
Tophia, I know you love food, but there are other jobs out there outside of the food industry. I don't know if you know that, but it seems like every time we bring up you getting a job, the first thing you think about is McDonald's, okay? Like, so many places you could work, even with no experience. Go to like a temp service, bro. They can find you a job literally probably in like 2 or 3 days. They could find some type of general labor or basic ass job that you could do. Go to Amazon. Shit.
you hate your job. And then people want to say it's not a jealousy thing. Of course it is, because you don't want to have to go to your work. That's what it is. You don't want to have to get up and go to a job, and you want me to get up to go to a job because you want me to be miserable with you, and I'm not. Like,
So are you telling me that I'm just trying to shoestring this logic together, guys. Do you think that we are more miserable going to work but having our apartments and houses and cars and buying groceries and going out and hanging with friends because we have money to do so, taking vacations, essentially doing what you want? Yeah, you might have to wait, a few weeks, maybe a couple months for some of the bigger expenses or fun things to do. Do you really think we're more miserable than you, someone whose life essentially revolves around talking to their phone and being stuck in a shelter where you can't even do the one thing that you want to do? You can't even do it there. So now you have to literally walk around the entire city. uh okay, Tophia, whatever you say, bro, you got it.
yes, I was paying for the room, and yes, I was doing a lot of things, and now I'm going to therapy, and people are still being nasty. So make that make sense. You tell someone to get better, and then when they do it, you still harass them. See, the
You,
person
but you haven't got better at all in any form, sense, or capacity. But okay.
said it was never about me getting better, and they said that on Reddit. They said you never wanted her to get better. When she's actively taking these steps and telling you guys that she's doing these things, you still harass her. That's very dumb. I'm not stupid. I already knew it was coming.
You say you're doing all these things, but where are the results? I haven't heard a tone shift. Your perspective is exactly the same as it was over a year ago. Nothing's gotten better. You haven't done anything to improve your life, become more productive, and you are still spouting off the same delusional shit you always have. So no, I don't agree with whatever that one person said on Reddit. Fuck them.
You were just gonna have me go get a job so you can call the job and then laugh that I get fired and then say it's my fault even though you called and harassed the job. That makes no sense. I'm not an idiot and I'm stupid. I may have a learning disability, but this is crazy. I don't know. It's congested data
It's
because
both.
everyone's using it because I'm on a stupid prepaid data. But that's okay. When I get the money, I'll pay it off. The regular phone bill so I can get back on it. You know what?
Turn
Someone
this
is
damn
stupid. They're
music
like, you would
off,
rather
bro.
pay your
What the
phone bill than get a
fuck?
house. No, I would rather you super glue your fingers shut so you don't have to type. That way I don't have to see your unsolicited comments. My God.
Well, I mean, you are live streaming your thoughts and opinions to the world, and the comments are on, I'm assuming. So, I mean, yeah, I want to say it's unsolicited. Like, people have the right to give their criticism. That's just part of this whole social media thing, girly.
No one asked you for your unsolicited comments. Jesus Christ. Who cares? I said that I'm going to have to get money together to pay my phone bill. I never said I was going to pay it now. Use your
Broke
common
ass.
sense and stop thinking that. You're the
$50 phone bill. Are we struggling to pay that, Tophia? Come on.
dumbest person I've ever met alive. Hello? If I've ever heard or seen something dumb, that was a waste of my time even reading that comment. I need to reevaluate having to read that comment. I'm going to turn this off because I don't really. And then it's the fact that you keep coming on fake accounts after you get blocked that tells me you have no life. That's what it leads me to believe because why do you keep coming back under fake
Really?
accounts? If you had a life, you wouldn't be making all these emails and making all these counts. Who has that much time in their day to make 100 emails? I don't even have that much time. Get your life together. I do. Well, I don't have 100 accounts or 100 emails.
That is, get your life together. That is rich coming from you, Tophia, but sure.
So there's that. I don't have that. So why are people
You don't have
literally saying
shit.
that is so weird? Because cool, just be ableist, I guess. You see, if people
Here
cared
we
about
go with
ableism, they would be
this.
calling this
Here
out,
we
but they're
fucking
not,
go.
and that's the weird thing. So if you are not calling out people saying that, you're ableist. Sorry, it is what it is. So everyone in this live stream is ableist because they're not calling it out. I said what I said.
Sure. Whatever you say.
My mom is disabled, you know that? And disabled people can say it if they want to. It's just like black people using the N-word because it was said to them. And my mom is disabled. She's hard of hearing. So you can't tell a disabled person what not to say. I'm not going to say it first. Right?
Bro, we are come on. Really? Are we really going to stretch it like that? Okay, Tophia.
I said that I don't feel comfortable saying it, even though people have said it to me. And I did get mad by it, but I'm disabled. And you can't tell a disabled person what to say and what not to say. If she's disabled and she wants to say it, well, she can. Who's going to stop her? I can't stop her. She's
Bro, you stopped her. You literally stopped her when she said it. What do you mean? If you feel that way, why did you start yelling at your mom, Toph? Why are you contradicting yourself right now? Just full of shit.
disabled, so she has a right to say it if she wants to. Why are you bringing up my disabled mother and telling her she can't say that? Then I suggest you go into black people's live streams and tell them they can't say the N-word. Well, exactly. You see, now you want to use my mom as an excuse because then you want to say, oh, see, you're ableist. But you're using an excuse instead of telling people do not use that word in the comments. They were using it, and now you don't want.
Tophia, it's not our job. That's not our job. I don't go into people's live streams to police what the fuck other people are saying. That's your job as the streamer or content creator. You know, if you don't have a mod team, well, guess what, Buttercup? You got to do it yourself. And if you're not going to block people because, people spamming comments, it gives you traction and attention on TikTok, then just deal with it. Shut the hell up. You can't have it both ways. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like you let people spam in your chat terrible, hateful things, but you let them do it because it's going to drive and push your stream. Okay, then shut the hell up. You can't have it both ways. I'm sorry.
Want to have to say anything to them, so you use my mother as an excuse to not say anything. But you're still escaping and using excuses. So because you're not calling them out, you're ableist. My mom is not stopping you from being ableist. You're still ableist. You're not going to escape that. Sorry, you're not using my mom. You're still ableist. You're not saying anything. So
okay, sure, Tophia.
Of anything. I was never there, and I'm not anywhere else. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know why you keep thinking that these sightings that you see me at are places that I'm at. That's actively doxing. You know that, right?
Oh my god! Like, what is this outfit? What, bruh? You told us that you needed these dresses, Tophia. You told us you had to have them. and you're telling me that you came out here in this dress with the biker shorts. First of all, the dress is not even long enough, girl. What are we doing? And then you got these biker shorts and some slippers. You're walking around in a dress and slippers, broad day, mind you. I don't know. You need to get on Pinterest, look up some BBW fashion guides and tips. Learn how to dress because this is ridiculous. Like literally, this is what I would expect. Like a kid, a little girl, like she wants to wear a dress. They throw some shorts on her so she can run and play freely, and then just slippers. Those are the shoes she wanted to wear. Damn, Tophia, grown ass woman, by the way. Oh my god.
And just like it's active doxing, I have notified the police, by the way. And on top of that, I'm going to give them
Notified the police what? Hey, there's people being mean to me and guessing where I'm at, my location on my live stream. Like, what do you think the cops are supposed to do with that information, Tophia? You're so dumb, man.
information because they asked me, do I know who these people are? So whoever
No,
accounts
you
have that
don't.
stuff up better take that stuff down because the police are on you. Just
They're
so you know
not.
that, because I had to think of my safety. So yes, I did notify them, and I told them I was being doxxed, and I told them I've been getting threatened over 7 or 8 years, and I did tell them about those photos and those videos because that is something that I'm not going to play with.
She's turning into Cyrax, yo. Like, what are we doing right now? Tophia, you have said yourself that you've made numerous police reports in the past and they never do anything. What makes you think that this is going to be any different? Come on, man. What are we doing here?
With is my safety, considering the fact that I'm not anywhere. But for me personally, I need to protect my living situation anywhere I'm at because I'm not going to get put out anywhere because people on the internet. So yes, I have notified.
You're right. You're not going to get put out because of people on the internet. It's going to be because of you and your own decisions. You got kicked out of the last shelter for the Tylenol stunt and probably live streaming from what we gathered a few streams back. And then you turned around and got caught doing the same thing at this shelter. Come on. Like how you at a shelter for 6 months live streaming all the time and then all of a sudden you just can't anymore. It's because you weren't supposed to be doing it in the first place, Toph. You're going to get yourself kicked out. You're going to put yourself under the bridge and start the infamous Tophiachu arc. I'm giving it about 2 to 3 months, guys. Place your bets in the comments.
The police, and I will have information to give them, accounts, etc. So I am going to hand that information over to them because I need to start following a bunch of police reports so they have it on record. So that's going to be on record. So that's just all I have to say about that. So because I have to keep filing police reports, guys. I have to.
You realize I'm sure the majority of your trolls are not in New Mexico as well, right? Even if they did figure out who these people are, bruh, it's out of their jurisdiction. Like, what do you expect them to do, man?
To keep this stuff documented for the lawyer and also for myself, because I have to be
so
very
stupid.
careful.
Here we go with this lawyer talk
people
again.
Have been recently making threats. That's going to get shown to the police. They told me if I knew who it was, but I don't. But I will give them names if I have to, and I am going to tell them.
I'll give them usernames. Oh my God, Tophia, please just stop talking, please.
About Jay too, because since Jay wants to say that he contacted the police and saying not threatening him, well, he's the one who fueled some of this, so he is also going to be listed with the police and showing them stuff, and then saying he's contributing
bringing
to
Jay
people
back
coming
up.
and doing this. So it is not a lie.
I don't think Jay has said anything about you for months. Like, what are you talking about? That whole situation has been over for a long time at this point. You're just you are helpless, I swear.
Why? Because I have this that Jay did fuel this stuff. So I just have to be totally honest with people. You thought that you was just going to start up again and try to dox me at places, and then you said, haha, you're not at a program anymore. I was never there, so why are you harassing a program that I am not at? That is not okay. The police do need to be notified of that. You just thought that you was going to go around and just harass people and just get away with it? That's not how it works. Thought I was just going to let you do that? No, I had to contact the police for my safety. I had to let them know what was going on. I'm not
Okay.
just going to sit here and let people think they're going to get away with it. And if you don't think that this is going to be serious, well, when the police contact you, then you're really going to know, because you think, oh, she's just saying that, or oh, they ain't going to really do anything. Oh,
Tophia, you've been saying the same thing for years. You are just saying it. It's just a bunch of empty threats. Come on.
it's like last time. No, it isn't like last time.
It
I
is.
literally told her, I said, look, I have been going through this for 8 years. You guys need to do something about this, because doxing is against the law. I've already tried to get accounts taken down. You can't report accounts for doxing. You just can't, because there is no place that it says there to report for doxing, because I tried and it wouldn't let me. So because of that, I had to literally
Yeah.
call them and be like, hey, these threats are getting serious online. I shouldn't have to endure this stuff and literally sit here. Like, me myself, where I'm at, I can't carry a weapon for safety, because we can't have any weapons like that for obvious reasons. So
Of course
because of that,
not.
the next safe thing for me to do is get a hold of authorities. So now I'm going to have to.
No, Tophia, the next safest thing would just to be getting offline. Just get offline, man. Like, if you're really worried about your safety and all this, get offline. Go incognito mode for like a year and then pop out with your Section 8 housing and your part-time job at a Chick-fil-A.
Talk to them, give them some information. And so you said the sooner the better. So I think I'm going to have to do that soon. So I'm going to do
Okay,
that soon.
if you
I'm going to
say
be in
so.
contact with them. I'm going to give them people's profiles they could look into and find out who these people are. I'm going
Wow.
to give them profiles. I'm going to give them screenshots. I'm going to give them everything, because this is my living situation you're messing with. This is my life you're messing with. And I'm not going to let you mess with it. I'm just going to let them handle you, and I'm going to work on my housing. I don't.
So essentially what you're saying is nothing is going to happen, essentially, because we've been around this carousel once, many times before, where you're calling the cops, you're making your reports. Nothing is going to happen. No one is messing with your housing. The only person that's messing with your housing is you, Mrs. It took us a year to even get the application. Well, the application is not even turned in yet. You're just now starting to get the application process going. Girl, okay.
Need to be dealing with people thinking that it's funny. Now I'm going to be the one that's laughing when you end up in jail. I'm not going through that. You
If
could
you
do
say
that,
so.
but you could play these games, but I'm not playing games with you. I'll let someone else handle you. So that is where we're
What
at.
are you, bro? What are you, a don? You think you a boss? Girl, shut your ass up.
So there's that. Let's get up that the authority will handle you. I already have one account. So anyways, because I just want to say that Kaylani C is not their real name. T-Pages never use their real name. Let people do that. I really have to take things seriously. So Kaylani is one of those people.
Why don't you take life seriously instead of TikTok drama? That's something you could actually do and something could come of it.
Jay is going to be one of those people. Mind you, all those fake accounts and fake people and other things too that I'm not even going to mention, that I'm going to give to the police, including the emails. You messed with the wrong one. And if you think, oh,
Sure.
you're scared, so you're going to the police. I'm not going to the police because I'm scared. That's the only people that is going to make someone stop and leave somebody alone. Seriously.
They're not,
I'm
though,
not going to
but
take the law
okay.
into my own hands. If I take the law into my own hands, I'm going to jail. And I don't need to risk going to jail. Like the
Girl,
audio says, I'm going to let God.
you are, Toph, you are scary as hell, girl. Please stop acting hard. Bruh, you could have a troll run up on you. You're not going to do nothing besides cry or try and run, which would be amazing to see. It's like, stop it. Stop trying to act tough. That is not part of your character. That is not the cloth that you are cut from.
God fix it. Because if I fix it, I'm going to jail. I called them today already. I've already talked to them. I have already had contact with the non-emergency number, and I said, hey, what can I do? Because I've been going through this for 8 months. I said, recently, they've been following me everywhere. I've been getting recent threats. And I said,
Girl, ain't nobody following you. As I have always said, you are not hard to miss. Okay? Did you see? We all saw the picture. You're not hard to miss, Tophia. Like, you stand out. And guess what? You're a kind of an infamous person in your city. So, yeah, bro, if someone sees you out and they snap a picture, that's not like stalking. That's not following you, okay? Calm down.
I need to know what I can do because this is
Nothing.
crazy. I said, this shouldn't be allowed. This shouldn't be okay. I said, people have been making death threats and all this stuff. And they told me, well, just, you're going to have to talk to officers. And I said, so I said, I'll meet them somewhere. I'll talk to them and leave it in their hands, because at this point, here, my mom can't keep going through this unsafe. And they asked
Nothing
me
is going
if I
to
know
come from it,
who
but okay.
was. And I said, no, I don't. I said, I
Exactly.
didn't see, because people, they drive up places or whatever. But to be honest with you, it's not that hard to find out who you are.
Sure.
It really isn't. So they will, and that they have the technology to do so.
Oh,
and instead of me doing
we have the technology. Looking ass, girl, they are not going to waste their resources trying to track down your trolls from the internet. You're so goofy, man.
doing it because I don't dox people. Like Kehlani, right? That's a fake name. You have to know about T pages, because I used to watch a lot of them. A lot of T pages, they don't use their real names. They use fake names. So, but the police can find out who that person is, and the police can find out who that person was.
No,
that
they can't.
did what they did, and they know what they did. It's not that.
Tophia, unless you like literally somehow get like an active investigation going, and I believe they would need to like subpoena like TikTok to get the information or some shit, something like that. I'm not super familiar with all the legal jargon, but yeah, they would have to request those files from TikTok, but there's no crime. Talking shit to you online is not a crime. I'm sorry.
That hard. There's cameras too, by the way. You forget that. There's businesses with cameras. So when I tell in the area, I say, could you possibly look at the cameras and find someone's license plate? It's not that hard. To be truthfully honest with you, if that's...
Bro, you're so dumb. Like, why would they do all that? Because someone took a picture of you. Are you serious? Do you really think the cops are wasting their time in what you have described as a super dangerous city to try to track down people that took pictures of you and said mean things about you online? Come on.
That's what it takes. It's not being scared. It's documentation for myself. And then I'm going to take you to court, because now I have the proof. It's all over social media. So thank you guys for spreading that, because you just gave me all that proof. And then when I take you to court, I'm going to sue you, because I shouldn't have to go through this.
Gonna sue with what money? Just curious.
It's against the law. Whether the judge is not going to care whether or not, right? Thank you for joining the fan club. Someone is bad. You can't take that to court and be like, well, you did this and she's that. The judge isn't going to care. The judge is going to say, you dox her. That's against the law. They're not there for other things. They're there for what you did. And it's everywhere. Enjoy. Like, you did that. I didn't do that. You did that. So thank you for helping me.
Out of breath ass, breathing all hard.
So I'm going to go in because I'm tired. Get ready and go. Have a good day or night where you guys are. I will see you guys later. So stay safe, guys.
Later, Toph. Yeah, whatever. She's so delusional, man. Like, I don't know why she thinks the cops are going to take time out of their day when they could be, solving homicide cases. There's so many other important things that they could be doing, patrolling, whatever. But yes, we need to track down the people that took pictures of Tophiachu. Ridiculous. Just literally insane. But that's all I got for y'all today, guys. We'll see if she goes live again tonight. And yeah, until next time, take care of yourselves. Be safe. Be kind to each other. And I will see you all very soon.